Hello and welcome back to a brand new video on the Young Chug YouTube channel. How you been? I missed you. Okay, we got a new guitar we are checking out today. You would have seen it in the thumbnail and everything. It is this black Charvel. I believe it's an HH24 Pro Mod SoCal Style 2. I always never knew what to even call this. I just kind of called it the Charvel Telecaster. Forbidden words, but anyways, this guitar is so cool, man. The story behind this is that I actually traded in a guitar that I really enjoyed for this one, having tried everything in the shop pretty much. So this is not paid for by Charvel or anything. This is my own money. I bought this guitar, and I'm telling you, after a good amount of time playing it, it's definitely not 10,000 hours. Not 10,000 hours, but telling you guys what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and yeah, we're gonna go through that. We're gonna go through a little demo of all the sounds and everything, and I'm gonna start off right now saying that this is fucking this is such a good guitar in terms of, you know, value for money and all those sorts of things. This is literally like as good as it gets in my opinion, and yeah, there isn't a ton of bad things to say about it, but let's get into it, right? Fuck me. Okay, so I have to re-record this part because unfortunately the audio that I had before was pretty much just like full of crackling and everything. It's a shame because it was really good. Anyways, so we're gonna talk about what's good about this guitar, what's bad about it, and what I don't like. And I'll start off with what I don't like immediately. One thing is, as you can see here, that we have the issue because of the type of paint and everything. This is just from regular playing. The paint always ends up showing like fingerprints, and mostly just like from body sweat, right? It basically gets all, you know, it's just like some of the matte finishes on like the EC1000 or anything like that. I'll show you in a moment. That's the same story. So it's got these locking tuners. These are Charvel locking tuners. And basically also nice that it has these little string trees and everything. You know, you never have to worry about string ringing behind the nut or anything like that. At the same time, I did find that I needed to use like a grub gear fret wrap because there's just like a little bit of weird noise that happens, which is kind of normal. Talking about the actual neck though, so it's a roasted Jatoba fretboard, I believe, and I don't think it's roasted maple. I'll put it on the screen anyways, but the actual shape of the neck and everything is super nice, super well-rounded and everything. I'd say it's literally, it just fits my hand. Yeah, couldn't ask for more with that, but it's not, it doesn't feel exactly like, let's say like an Ibanez Wizard, like the really thin Wizard. It doesn't feel necessarily like that. It feels like it's a little bit more filled in on the edges and just super nice. I guess it's like a D And of course, the actual fingerboard edges. So, you know, if you see my other video about the Ibanez 7-string, one thing I didn't mention there that I didn't necessarily notice was that a lot of the fret ends were not that neat. They were cut in and everything. But on this one, just super duper smooth from top to bottom. Not a single sharp fret or dead fret or anything like that. Has a pick guard, which is cool. Fishman open core, active pickups. These are things that you like. They're supposed to be like kind of voiced traditionally, that sort of thing. And I guess the best comparison I can make is between this and like a Seymour Duncan SH4, right? The very common bridge pickup and everything. This just sounds like that, but like an active version, like more pissed off. Like there's a little bit more just oomph kind of pushing from it and everything, because like it cleans up really nicely. But yeah, I've tried a lot of different, like I've tried moderns and that sort of thing, Fishman influenced moderns. I kind of like the sound of these more. Maybe it's just because of the guitar that's in and everything. One thing I forgot to mention, the last one, there's a push-pull pot, which is really cool. Boom, 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 and you sound completely different. And it's like one of those ones that's actually usable as well. What's super nice for like recording a song and everything, you could record all parts on this guitar. You would be able to. And sometimes it's nice to have, like, one reason that you would have multiple guitars that I found is because you want to like have one voicing, another voicing. With this one, you have a voicing switch. You literally record one, like a left side guitar track, you flip the switch, you get a different tonality, and you do the right side, and it sounds super good, and they complement each other. So that's amazing for it. Hip shot bridge is super nice. It spoiled me for like every other bridge, to be honest. On my Ibanez 7-string, the one that I made a video on, I ended up installing a hip shot bridge because this is just so nice. So smooth. In terms of playability, this guitar is literally like just a dream for me, because like, yeah, what more could you ask for when it's like, I'm having a hard time trying to criticize anything here when it's like, this neck shape is ideal for me, because obviously everyone's different. All the features, there's nothing I can complain about except for this paint job, which I wish I had the white one, but that's okay. Yeah. And then of course on the back, solid black. You have the battery pack, recessed input jack, which is pretty neat. Good, I'm able to show that. And it's a pretty cool feature and everything. I didn't find the input jack on the way, but this is actually cooler. And of course, this like cutaway here with the bolt-on neck, super duper. Like, you just look how ergonomic that is, literally. Just basically to get upper fret access, just take it, bro. It's right there. Like, yeah. Yeah. If I had to compare it to, let's say, the Charvel Joe Duplantier signature, the cheaper one, not the one that's like, I think $7.99 Canadian, has the proprietary Charvel pickups and everything. This was worth the upgrade for me, because when I tried the Charvel Joe Duplantier one, the kind of proprietary pickups were like, left a lot to be desired. Didn't sound anything great. The fretwork and all that stuff wasn't nearly as good as this. It was nice. It's a really good like starter guitar or anything like that. But to compare that to this is like, you can rock with this straight out the box. You don't need to upgrade a damn thing. And it is like a professional, you know, so nice that you have the heel adjustment for the truss rod here. So yeah, it's really cool because it's like, the Telecaster's been done for a long time, but this is something, I wouldn't even call it like, you know, it's a T-shape or whatever, but it's like, it's completely different. This little cutaway here makes it much more comfortable than this guy, you know? This one is traditional. It's a big slab, literally like, you know, full plate Whereas you have a cutaway here, you know, the old school Fender bridge versus hipshot bridge. This is a great guitar. This is his younger brother, you know. Charvel makes some really sweet stuff. And, you know, I'm a big fan of ESP LTD, big fan of Ibanez and that sort of stuff. But those guitars are pretty awesome. They're super duper smooth, and like it's available out in the wild. It's not like one of those guitars that like you'll only find in the US or that sort of thing. It's difficult for me to get like in Canada, like Schecter, Ibanez, unless you were to go to like a big box store. I don't like big box stores, so you know, going to my small music store, they stock a ton of Charvel, and I think usually there's quite a few shops that do stock Charvel, so it's sweet. Check it out. Okay, I'm going to stop talking and we are going to go through some sounds. Let's do it. Okay, so all in all, this guitar is so good, literally. I own a whole bunch of guitars and I'm looking forward to talking about all those, but this guitar is probably my favorite that I'll just pick up at any given time. I tuned it to drop B, which is like, I have a bunch of songs that I kind of want to learn in that tuning and that sort of thing, and I generally don't play in drop B, so it's pretty awesome. But that being said, like, I don't know what else you could really put in a guitar for me that would be more than what I'm looking for there. Like, basically, it covers all the bases you could ever need. In terms of being a recording instrument, it is I don't think you can really ask for more because it stays in tune. It basically allows for a lot of different sounds. You can record one track on one voicing, flip the voicing switch, and then record another track, and it'll sound excellent because you just get like minor variations in tone, and you immediately compare like something that's tighter and brighter to something that's darker, and together they complement each other really well. So it's really nice that you get that option. It can do all sorts of tones, and then it being dual humbucker, it literally can't, like, I don't know what else you could ask for at this point, right? So I think Charvel is kind of like, it's a bit of a forgotten gem in a way, because it's just like, we think about Ibanez, we think about ESP, we think about all these guitars for metal. Charvel are really like killing it with some of these guitars. They give you everything you need and nothing more. And even some of the guitars, they do look like ridiculously nice with all the colors and all that sort of stuff, right? You can have something that's like this and it's really kind of like a metal machine, it's simple and that sort of thing. Or you can have one with like a trem, Floyd, all that sort of stuff. So I think it's a really good guitar. If you're looking for one, like, you know, a guitar to end all guitars that's not like $1 billion, then this is probably a really good one to start with. And I highly recommend it as well, because generally you can find these out in the wild, right? Like some of these makers, like it's hard for me to find ESP LTD in my area, as well as like even Ibanez, but Charvel, there's a lot of them. I think it's definitely something to check out. If you go to the store, try it. Charvel, way to knock it out of the park. Make sure that if you found this helpful, either share it or drop a like or anything like that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.